Hello dear students of Standard 11. I am Tasmina Yasmin Hashi with your English 2 class. Today we will discuss the last 4 points of post modifier. Our first point is adjective as post modifier. We know that usually adjective sits before a noun and pronoun and modifies it, but here we will see that adjectives are used as predicatively. Look at the example. Don't boil the egg hard. You see, after the noun, the adjective is used, so it's a post modifier here. In the second example, she likes her coffee strong. And third one is, I don't find anything wrong in this answer. So this adjective wrong is used after the pronoun. So when the adjectives are used predicatively, then it is treated as post modifier. Number 6, adverb as post modifier. Look at the example. Read the examples above and answer the questions below. See the underlined adverbs, it is used after the word, then it is post modifier. The authority here are very strict. He gave his money away. All these are the examples of post modifier. It's very easy for you. Now next comes relative clause as post modifier. We all know what is clause, still take a glance of it. So let's see first what is clause. A group of words that has a subject and a finite verb and acts as a part of a larger sentence is called clause. And this clause is mainly three types: principal clause, subordinate clause and coordinate clause. Again, subordinate clause is also three types. First one is noun or nominal clause. Second one, adjective or relative clause. And third one is adverbial clause. So from here, relative clause and adjective clause we get. And this clause is used as post modifier in the sentence. Let's see first what relative clause is. Relative clause is that clause that is used as an adjective to qualify a noun or pronoun or denotes relation to the antecedent. That means it will act as an adjective in a sentence. First see one example. The boy who came here is my friend. You see the underlined words who came here. This is on relative clause. Here a pronoun, relative pronoun is used and it shows the relation with this noun boy. So it's a relative clause. And in the definition you get one word, that is antecedent. Antecedent means the noun or pronoun that has already mentioned in the sentence. You see in the example that the boy, this is the antecedent. And relative pronoun who is showing relation with this noun. So here boy is antecedent and who came here, this part is relative clause. And you also notice that this relative clause is used just after the noun and modifies it. So it is treated as post modifier here. In the second example, the book which or that I lent you belongs to my brother. Here book is the antecedent and which or that I lent you, this part is relative clause and here it is a post modifier. The boy whose pen was lost was poor. Here this underlined part is a post modifier. So for relative clause you should remember that relative clause is always used just after the antecedent and linkers like who, whom, whose, that, which, of which, that's are used. Sometimes adverbial linkers are also used, that is why, where, when, how, etc. But most frequently these type of linkers are used here. Now we'll see one exercise. Here is a passage about ant and the dove. You know this story. Look, the ant moved towards the leaf and climbed up there. Soon it carried her dash. Use an adverb to post modify the verb to the dry ground. Just at the time, the ant saw a hunter standing very close to him. He was aiming an arrow to the dove. In blank B, we have to use a relative clause to post modify the noun. The answer will be A number, near. Soon it carried her near to the dry ground. And B will be he was aiming an arrow to the dove that saved her life. You see that is a relative pronoun. It is used just after the word dove, so it's a post modifier here. Now let's see the last one, that is appositive. The word apposition means placing near, মানে কাছে এসে বসা. So the definition of appositive is when two nouns sit side by side and indicates only one person or thing, then second noun is called the apposition or case in apposition of first noun. That means যখন দুটো নাউন পাশাপাশি বসবে এবং একটি ব্যক্তি বা বস্তুকে নির্দেশ করবে, তখন সেকেন্ড নাউনটাকে ফার্স্ট নাউনের অ্যাপোজিটিভ বলা হবে. So let's see the example. Mr. Babul, principal of our college, is a learned man. You see the underlined words principal of our college, it gives extra information about Mr. Babul and it's a noun also. So principal of our college is the apposition of this noun Mr. Babul and it is a post modifier here. Next example, Mashrafi, our captain, made 50 runs. We all know who is Mashrafi and he is a captain. So this our captain is the apposition of this noun Mashrafi and it is a post modifier. This appositive is used in two ways, that is nominative and objective. What is nominative? Nominative means this type of appositive is usually sits just after the subject and gives extra information about it. Usually sits after the subject. Please remember it. Look at the example. Babur, great emperor of Delhi, fought in the battle of Panipat. This underlined word, great emperor of Delhi, it's a appositive and it modifies the noun Babur. So it's a post modifier here. You see after the subject it is used. In the second example, Kabir, the great reformer, was a weaver. Here the appositive is also used after the subject. But there is an exceptional also. Look at the next example. The famous epic, the Mahabharata, is studied as a religious book. Here, the appositive is used before the subject. This can also be happen. Okay. Next comes objective use. In objective use, appositive sits after the object and gives extra information about this object. How is that? Yesterday I met your uncle, the doctor. Here in this sentence subject is I and object is your uncle and this underlined word the doctor gives extra information about this uncle, so it's a post modifier here. Next, I have read Shesher Kobita, Rabindranath Tagore's famous novel. You see that here object is Shesher Kobita and Rabindranath Tagore's famous novel is the apposition of this noun, so it's a post modifier here. Please follow that this example contains a possessive noun. Okay, so in some grammar books you may find that appositives are used in three ways. They separate this possessive appositive in a different type. But I think it's not necessary. If you know the nominative and objective use, that's enough for you. And you should be careful about using comma while writing appositive. That is, if the appositive is used in the middle of a sentence, then two commas will be used at the beginning and also at the end. But if it is at the first of the sentence, then one comma will be used. That is, after writing the appositive, a comma will be used. And if it is used at the last of the sentence, so before the appositive, a comma will be used, and at the end, of course, there will be a full stop. Now let's see the exercise of this appositive. Look, one day Robert Bruce, post modify the noun with an appositive, was lying in the cave. All of you know about the story of Robert Bruce. So we know who is Robert Bruce, the King of Scotland. So under answer will be, one day Robert Bruce, the King of Scotland, was lying in the cave. Dear students, we have discussed all the rules of modifiers. Now it's time to do the exercise. There will be a homework for you that you have to complete 2 exercises from your advanced learner book. If you don't have book, then follow this photo. You can do the exercise from here also. And after seeing this class, within 2 days you must submit the copy. Until then, thank you and goodbye.